Corporate life comes to a head when you hit strong headwinds, so to say. And really, that's when you ask yourself, why, Lord? When you're almost there, and then this kind of bombshell drops on you, and said, the word of the Lord comes back to remind you, what if a man gains the whole world and loses his own soul? And you thought that you've almost got everything, you don't need God up to this point of time. You've been succeeding, but you've forgotten who is the one who's helping you to get there. You have never acknowledged Him so far as being the one that was helping you. And it just about a wake-up call in that sense, to tell me that, Sonny, your success is not you, but you have been put there for a reason. And that's the time too when even my family life was going through tough times, because I've spent so much time focusing on my corporate life. My family life suffered, but you don't realize that in that process, God is teaching you a lesson. And that was my wake-up call when I was confronted in that stage of which home front, job front, I was having problems on both sides, and you don't know where to turn to. When you think you are successful and you think that you've done well, then you forget God. God has His ways of waking you up, and I thank God for that. When God woke me up, and first thing is, of course, going back to church. But sitting in the pews and listening to messages every week is like just a little jab on your side that is not going to give you the dose that you need. I think being involved in a small group ministry is where I grew most in the initial stages. Because if you don't have a community, how do you really live the life, you know? Just trying to go in and out of the church 1 hour each week and not being part of the community, you don't know what is living the life about, right? So you got to get involved. You got to get involved, and small group ministry has been the most wonderful thing that happened to me in church life. So our own lives have got to be impactful enough for the younger ones to see and for them to also imitate. The lesson starts from our home. And so it's very important that in our homes, whether as a parent or as a grandparent, the child, the teenager, the young adult sees that you are living the life that is having Christ centered within your home. That I feel is a very what you call passing on from generation to generation that will continue to not only for the Israelite but for you and I as well in our families. If our children, our grandchildren is going to come to know the Lord, it is through your and my life that they will see Christ is alive in our own homes. That I feel is important to pass on.